Hello and welcome. My name is Kristen Anker, your Parent Empowerment Specialist. And in this video, we're going to be delving deep in nonviolent communication, a language of life. And this is by Dr. Marshall Rosenberg. And these are just a few notes that I took from reading the book. And I've done a few workshops with teachers on nonviolent communication. And I use a few of the tips in my coaching, but I think this is important to just be aware of and to try to start practicing, because it really does allow that space in between our reaction to something and we're able to kind of sit back and really observe and listen empathically to what their feelings might be. So we need to give from the heart. In Dr. Marshall Rosenberg's book, Nonviolent Communication, it's Marshall's belief that it is in our nature to enjoy giving and receiving in a compassionate manner. As a teacher or a parent, it is beneficial to learn the skills to be empowered, to stay connected to our compassionate nature, even under the worst circumstances. The role of language and the use of our words to give from the heart and connect with ourselves and others can truly be an art. So, a way to focus attention. Nonviolent communication gives us a reframing in how we express ourselves and how we hear others. Instead of habitual, automatic reactions, our words become conscious responses based firmly on awareness of what we are perceiving, what we are feeling, and what we are wanting. We want to lead to express ourselves with honest and clarity, while simultaneously paying others a respectful and empathic attention. Through its emphasis on deep listening to ourselves as well as to others, nonviolent communication fosters respect, attentiveness, and empathy, and engenders a mutual desire to give from the heart. So the whole process is, first we need to observe what's actually happening in the situation. What are we observing others saying or doing that's either enriching or not enriching our life? The trick is to be able to articulate this observation without introducing any judgment or evaluation. Next, we state how we feel when we observe this action. Are we hurt? Are we scared? Are we joyful? Are we amused? Are we irritated? And thirdly, we say what needs of ours are connected to the feelings that we've identified. So here's an example. Felix, when I see 2 balls of soiled socks under the coffee table and another 3 next to the TV, I feel irritated because I'm needing more order in the rooms that we share in common. And then you follow immediately with a 4th component, which is a very specific request. Would you be willing to put your socks in your room or in the washing machine? This 4th component addresses what we are wanting from the other person, something that will enrich our lives or make life more wonderful for us. So the 4 components of nonviolent communication are: first, those observations, the concrete actions we observe that affect our well-being. Second, the feelings, how we feel in relation to that observation. Third, the needs, values, desires that create our feelings. And then 4, the requests, the concrete actions that we request in order to enrich our lives. What I am observing, feeling, and needing. What I am requesting to enrich my life. What you are observing, feeling, and needing. What you are requesting to enrich your life. So it can be applied to all different communication and in diverse situations. It can also be expressed through silence, just having that presence of the quality presence with the facial expressions, with the leaning in, with the body language. So sometimes that's all our kids need, or our spouse, is just that quality presence of listening, of being there. And if we're able to like kind of hold our tongue and not say anything and really listen for their needs, for their requests, for their feelings, that's empathic communication. Matthew says, "Do not judge, and you will not be judged. For as you judge others, so you will yourself be judged." Moralistic judgments imply wrongness or badness on the part of people who don't act in harmony with our values. So when we make moralistic judgments, like for example, if someone cuts you off and you're like, "You idiot," our attention is focused on that, classifying or analyzing or determining the wrongness, rather than what we and others need, and we're not getting. So it can sometimes be really challenging to maintain this consistent moral message. And this is, I think, actually old research, but it says a study revealed that 75% of the television programs shown during hours when American children are most likely to be watching, the hero either kills people or beats them up. And we know now that children are just, there's so many other things that they're even seeing with the video games that they're playing too, where I think that violence is, it's just happening so much, and people are just numb to it. I love this one. In Dan Greenberg's book, How to Make Yourself Miserable, he demonstrates through humor the insidious power that comparative thinking can exert over us. He suggests that if readers have a sincere desire to make life miserable for themselves, that they might learn to compare themselves to other people. And this is, I think, what we're seeing now with social media. We're constantly, I think, deep down, like comparing ourselves to others. And we need to be so careful because it's only going to make ourselves miserable. So, so just watch that. So that is a little bit of a deeper dive with nonviolent communication. And I hope that's helpful when you're communicating with your kids, when you're communicating with your partner, and how we can really be observing not only what we're saying, but what our loved ones are saying as well. So thank you, and bye for now. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'd be happy to delve deeper in any of these things.